ask the question. Go ahead, ask the question. My name is Bart Kerkhofs. I am the Vice President and Head of IT at Bridgestone EMEA. Bridgestone is what we would like to think of as a mobility solutions company. Now obviously we're known as the manufacturer of tyres, particularly for the Bridgestone and Firestone brands, but we also tackled some of our generational mobility issues through our leading fleet management and fleet care solutions. We have been working with Wemanity for a number of years. We initially tapped into Wemanity to become our partner for our Agile transformation, and at that point in time we felt that there were quite a few more opportunities to collaborate together, so we also engaged with Wemanity on the adoption and deployment of Gen AI as a solution for our workforce. Well, our first objective was to see if we could live up to the promise that this would bring productivity, that this would bring a higher quality value of work, that this would bring a better work-life balance to our people. So what we did is we set out together through a proof of concept to see if we could live up to that promise. I think the sky is a bit the limit. I'm not sure whether anybody's going to profit more or not, but how we started at our company was with a series of hackathons, ideation sessions with each of our several functions to see how Gen AI could change the way we work and really explore through these hackathons the value that they can bring. I think first of all you need to make sure that you have strong governance. So together with Microsoft, together with Wemanity, we looked at how we could establish what sometimes is referred to as a digital enablement office. That was a vehicle for us to really look at which are the most valuable use cases that we can put on the table that we can turn into value most quickly. That kind of strong governance is important. Resources are valuable, so you don't want to be all over the place with them, and really make a focused effort to drive the use cases that are going to generate the most value for you. I think first of all the initial investment or the initial prerequisite is that you have good data. The quality of your processes depends on the quality of the data you have. You have to invest also in protecting your data, making sure you have the right qualifications there. But if you've got those foundations right, it's actually quite amazing what you can do with probably with a lot of the tools you already have, like Office 365, Power Apps, Power BI, Power Automate, put Copilot in that mix, and there's really a lot you can do already with the things and the building blocks you already have. Yeah, I think that is probably already a lot said. You have to be careful with oversharing, you have to be careful with spam, you have to make sure also that you help your organization in their journey in learning how to prompt. It's a new skill we have to learn, just like we had to learn how to surf on the internet in the 90s, but that's where the value comes from. I think first of all, when we started our program, we made sure to really monitor and track how people felt, their personal experience with the tool. And what we saw is that a very large percentage, 70–80% of our employees confirm that they basically see a better work-life balance, that they feel they deliver better quality, it makes them more efficient, and they actually save a number of hours on a weekly basis that would help them to do different things, to basically take some of the stuff off their workload. That's a good question. We started from the top down. The first people that got access to Copilot at Bridgestone was the board. And just to make you feel comfortable with that. But from there, that also generated a lot of executive support to continue with the program. I think next were functional leaders, followed by a number of influential, digitally inspired, digitally savvy leaders throughout the organization. And then we distributed license to specific people that were going to work or could work on some value generating use cases. So we took a staggered approach, a gradual approach, making sure we feel comfortable with the product, and then basically move on from there. We checked, when we distributed a Copilot license, we set the expectation that people would be part of our proof of concept, contribute back by giving feedback, by sharing learnings with each other. We supported that with a formal training program and took it from there. And I think it's important to understand that it requires training. Don't expect immediate quick wins to happen. It requires time for people to get comfortable, get inspired, and quite frankly, learn how to prompt. And it's only after a while that you start to see the real value. Yeah, I think that I shared some of the results that go directly to what we would call return on employee. So most of our employees would say, hey, this is better for my work-life balance, this is better for the quality of work that I deliver, this is better for my personal efficiency in gaining time. And we see that. So people report that they gain up to close to 7 hours of efficiency, time back on a monthly basis by using Copilot. But in the meantime, we're also exploring in other areas. We're looking at use cases in procurement, we're looking at use cases in manufacturing, we're looking in use cases for our customer service. So we see the value very clearly, and we have a lot of momentum in starting going beyond just the efficiency that is being generated by Microsoft 365 into real concrete use cases that are out there in our specific functions. At Bridgestone, we have a number of key partners that support us with all our technologies. For us particularly, because we were part of the early adoption program of Microsoft, the support that we got from Microsoft was essential. Our collaboration with Wemanity was for us essential to also make sure that we bring that external perspective. We bring also that management of change, or the change management expertise, because it's really what you need. This is not as much a technology thing. The technology is relatively easy, but it's what you do with it, how you inspire people, how you make sure that you take the promise of value really and turn it into value. And for that, it's good to create the right kind of framework and bring on board the experts that can help you with bringing that focus on that change process. And for that, I value the partnership we had with Wemanity and with Microsoft. It's great technology to embrace, and I certainly think there is an early adopter advantage. But don't be naive. It's an immature technology that needs to be handled with caution. Strong governance is key. Good education programs, awareness programs of what the downsides are key. Getting your basics right, like your data classification, your security, is really key before you get started. And the biggest piece of advice is to let it go, see what happens. Do the hackathons, do the ideation. Let your people think and dream about what it is that this can bring to their jobs, to their role, to make it better, to make it more efficient. And I am for sure that this is for all of us in the future. And I do think that there is an early adopter advantage, so I can only encourage my colleagues to just experiment and go with it.